All right, let's look at some example problems where we're going to be using techniques. See if we can figure out which technique to use. Here's example 1. There are 11 students in a class. The first row of the class has 4 chairs. In how many different ways can I arrange 4 students from the class in that row? So I have 11 students, and I'm going to randomly select 4 and arrange them in the front row. How many different ways can I arrange 4 students from that class in that row? Pause the videotape and see if you can figure out which counting technique and try and solve the problem. When you're done, resume the video. All right, since we had one group of 11 students, and we were selecting 4 students from that group, it's either a permutation or a combination. Now, since we were trying to arrange 4 students in a row, if I rearrange 4 students, that's a different outcome. So since the order of the outcome matters, that made it a permutation of 11 things taken 4 at a time. 7,920 different possible outcomes. Example 2. A student has 8 friends. She only has room to give 3 friends a ride home. How many different groups of 3 friends can she take with her? Pause the video, see if you can identify the counting technique, and then solve for the number of groups of friends that she can take with her. Okay, you should have identified this as a combination because we are selecting 3 students from one group of 8, and once but the order that the groups is selected in doesn't matter. One group, John, Mary, and Jane, would be the same group as Mary, John, and Jane. So a combination of 8 things taken 3 at a time should equal 56. Example 3. There are 14 teams in the American League for baseball and 16 teams in the National League. How many different groups of 2 teams could play in the World Series? Now, a reminder, the World Series is 1 team from the American League and 1 team from the National League. Pause the video and see if you can figure out how many different groups of teams. Okay. Well, an outcome here is selected by taking 1 National League team. So you're taking 1 from the National League teams, 1 from the American League teams. So it is a multiplication rule problem. We take 16 times 14, and there are 224 different pairs of teams.